And of course, the program you're on to is Sports Diaries. This is coming to you from no other station but iPower 102.7 FM. And this is your delectable sports program. And I am your favorite sports diva. And this morning, of course, I will be taking you on an eventful ride through the world of sports, beginning from the latest sports update, expert analysis, and exciting highlights in the sporting arena. So stay tuned to iPower 102.7 FM, and let's get the sports party started. Yes, beginning from the signings in and around the MPFL, where we've got these on Joseph Arumala. As Joseph Arumala sealed a move to Egyptian Premier League club Al Ittihad. The young striker joined Al Ittihad from Nigerian Premier Football League MPFL club Ikorodu City. It was one of the top performances in the MPFL last season, scoring 13 goals for the Oga Boys. Ikorodu City finished fourth in the campaign, missing out on the place in the continental competition. Arumala joined Ikorodu City before the start of 2025-26 season and quickly established himself as a key player for the club. The forward direct running and strong scoring instincts made him our fan favorite in Lagos. Yes, moving away from Joseph Arumala, still talking MPFL, where we've got this on Saudi club Al Jabalain as Kabiru Salisi sealed the move to Al Jabalain in Saudi Arabia. Salusi joined the Saudi Arabian side from Nigerian Premier Football League MPFL club Ranchers Bees. He played a pivotal role in Kaduna's club promotion to the MPFL last season. The Ranchers Bees are expected to find a replacement for the player ahead of the 2025-26 season, ahead of the 2026-27 season, of course. The club has said that it will open their campaign with the clash against Ikorodu City at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena on Nico, Lagos. And this will be happening live on Sunday the 30th of August. The 2026-2027 season will begin on Friday the 28th of August. Yes, sir. Yeah, still talking MPFL, where we've got this coming from no other person but the Chief Operating Officer of the Nigerian Premier Football League, Davidson Owumi, as he has said the pre-season tournament in Jos will provide Nigeria's representative in CAF club competitions with an ideal opportunity to adequately prepare for their continental campaign. Link champions, Rangers International, runners-up, Rivers United, and President Federation Cup winners Academy Warriors among the team participating in the pre-season tournament in Jos. The competition also features two wildcard teams from the host state, the two United and the Mighty Jets. While Castina United received a late invitation to replace Shooting Stars. Yes, moving away from that. Moving away from the MPFL, where we've got a lot of cha-cha-cha coming from the transfer market. And we've got a lot coming from the EPL as well. As we've got these on Chelsea, as Chelsea have confirmed their official squad name ahead of the 2026-27 season. One of the biggest changes sees João Pedro taking number 9 shirt from Leon Delap. Pedro only arrived at the Stamford Bridge last season, but he has enjoyed an impressive debut campaign, and he has scored 20 goals and provided 9 assists across all competition. Delap will now wear the number 12 shirt after managing just 3 goals in 47 appearances last season. Wesley Fofana has also inherited the number 3 shirt, previously worn by Mark Cucurella, who has moved to Real Madrid this summer. Morgan Rogers, who arrived from Aston Villa, who wear the number 17 shirt for Chelsea. Mikel Modric has taken the number 33 shirt after being cleared to return to action, vacating his old number 10 shirt, which is now held by Cole Palmer. Yes, that is a list of the squad for Chelsea in the 2026-2027 upcoming EPL season. Yes, sir. And now back to the MPFL, talking pre-season invitational, as we've got these on Play 2 United, as Play 2 United and the Mighty Jets kicked off their campaign at the 2026 Nigerian Premier Football League Invitational pre-season tournament on a winning note. In the first game of the day, Play 2 United defeated last season runner-up Rivers United 1-0. Jubril Ibrahim scored the winning goal 1 minute before the half-hour mark. In the day's second feature, Mighty Jets also recorded a 3-1-0 victory over Academy Warriors, thanks to Usman Menyange's 56-minute strike. Menyange benefited from an error by the Academy Warrior goalkeeper to score the decisive goal. Actions will continue in the tournament, with Castina United taking on Academy Warriors in the first game of the day. Reading MPFL champions Rangers will clash with Rivers United in the second fixture. The Super 6 Invitational Tournament was basically designed to help Nigeria's representatives in the CAF Inter-Club competitions prepare adequately before their preliminary game. Yes, and now quickly moving to the UEFL, where we've got these on Toluwa Rokodare. As Toluwa Rokodare has scored his maiden goal as Ajax defeated Swiss club Sion 4-2 in the first leg of the UEFA Europa Conference League playoff tie on in Thursday night. Rokodare, who started the game on the bench, replaced Marcos Leandro 18 minutes from time. The Nigerian international netted the visitors' third goal of the encounter in the 74th minute. The striker then teed up David Klassen from Ajax's fourth goal 3 minutes from time. Rokodare will hope to put in another impressive showing when Ajax hosts the reverse fixture at the Johan Cruyff Arena next Thursday. The winners will automatically secure a place in the league phase of the 2026-27 UEFA Europa League. Yes, sir. Moving away from that, moving away from Tolu Rokodare. Yes, we've got a lot on the transfer market. But before we go there, let's move to the UECL, where we've got these on Zado Kyoana. Zado Kyoana has made a competitive appearance as Brighton and Overboy played out a 0-0 draw against Tromsø in the UEFA Conference League playoff clash at the Ronza Arena on Thursday night. Kyoana replaced Frederica Dioglu in the 87th minute of the keenly contested encounter. Brighton dominated the game, but they were unable to break down the home team defense. The Seagulls registered 25 shots in that game, including 6 on target. The 19-year-old now looks to make his home debut when Brighton hosts Tromsø in the second leg at the MX Stadium next Thursday. The winners on aggregator will qualify for the league phase of the 2026-27 Europa Conference League. Joanna will join Brighton from Swedish club Ike this summer. Yes, moving away from that, because there's been a lot coming from the EPL, because we all know the EPL is going to be happening live soon, as we've got this from Chelsea manager Xabi Alonso, as he has provided the latest team news ahead of their opening Premier League game of the season against Fulham on Monday. Chelsea will start their Premier League campaign against Fulham at the Craven Cottage on Monday night. Providing an update on his team, Alonso said the striker Danny Welbeck should be fit to feature against the host. He has also said that the players will return to pre-season late because of the World Cup are available for the match. He said on our good that he can be involved. He just needed a couple of days not training that much because of a little thing with other players. Let's see, but they are all available and can be selected in the lineup against Fulham for sure. Yes, those were comments coming from Chelsea manager Xabi Alonso as regards the team preparedness for their clash against Chelsea versus Fulham. Yes, and now moving quickly, let's take one or two from the transfer market as we've got these very amazing news coming directly from transfer as from a Brazilian football legend, Ronaldinho has signed with the Italian side Ravina. The legendary forward who hung his boot in 2015 has announced recently that he is returning to the sport after 11 years. He joined the Italian third division team Ravina, aiming to achieve the 300th goal. At 46, Ronaldinho, who lifted the World Cup in 2002 and received the Ballon d'Or in 2005, and that is illustrious career after playing his final official match in September 2015 for Brazilian side. Fluminense, a statement by Ronaldinho. Read and I quote, I am very pleased to be here with friends. We have a team capable of achieving something significant. Will you see me play? I cannot say. Only the coach has that knowledge. Returning to Italy is fantastic. I am here to assist my teammates in securing victories. And as you can see, I am in good shape. I feel well. I could nest my 300th goal. And that will be even more remarkable. Yes, those were comments from Ronaldinho as regards his return to football. Yes, still on the transfer market, where we've got this on Flying Eagles midfielder Daniel Dagger, as he has signed a new long-term contract with Danish club Molde FK. The new contract will keep the Nigerian at the Accra Stadium until the summer of 2031. Dagger linked up with the Blues and White at the start of the 2025 season. Recently, the defensive midfielder has delivered several strong performances, and he has also demonstrated his quality in midfield. The 19-year-old has so far registered 5 goals and 1 assist in 22 appearances across the competition for Molde. He has also represented Nigeria twice at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Yes, still talking transfer, where we've got this one coming from Super Eagle goalkeeper Arthur Okongo. Shouting Athletic they have agreed to sign the Super Eagle goalkeeper Arthur Okongo on loan from Wrexham. Okongo was 1 year left on his contract with Wrexham, will become a free agent next summer. The 24-year-old has established himself as Wrexham fans' choice goalkeeper since arriving the club from Arsenal in September 2023. The shot stopper, however, lost his place towards the end of last season. Anthony Patterson arrived from Sunderland in the club record deal, reportedly worth around €8 million, has further pushed him down into the pecking order at the club. Charlton beat Bolton Wanderers to Okonko's signature. Yes, still in the transfer market, where we've got this amazing update on Terra Murphy as OGC Nice and Bundesliga club Hamburg have reached an agreement for the transfer of Terra Murphy. According to recent reports, Nice have accepted Hamburg's offer for Murphy. The transfer fee was, however, not disclosed by the publication. Hamburg have been tracking the Nigerian international for several weeks. The German club now have to sort out personal terms with the striker. Murphy spent the second half of last season on loan with Portuguese champions FC Porto, scoring 1 goal in 9 league appearances. The forward has registered 24 goals and 72 appearances across all competition for Nice. Yes, this is still Sports Diaries on Power 102.7 FM, and gradually moving away from the transfer market, where we've got these on Manchester United, as Manchester United have been forced to make a change in their recently launched third kit for the Champions League matches this season due to a conflict with the UEFA rules. The Red Devils recently unveiled their new Adidas third strip, which showcases a minimalist rendition of the principal sponsor, Dragon logo, featuring solely the company's fireball emblem on the front of the shirt. However, UEFA regulations require that all clubs utilize the same version of a sponsor branding across all registered kits during the competition. Consequently, Manchester United will now incorporate the complete Snapdragon wordmark beneath the logo whenever they don the third kit in the Champions League this season. The club confirmed this in a brief statement released on their official website. Manchester United donned their third kit, and it was characterized by ivory base and red accent during their pre-season encounter with AC Milan that happened live on Saturday, the 15th of August. And during the match ended with a 4-2 defeat for the Premier League Giants at the Takazi Arena in Poland. Yes, and now back to the transfer market, where we've got another update on Chelsea. As Chelsea have confirmed the signing of Alfie Osborne from Scottish side at the Blues. Disclosed this in a statement on their website. Osborne has signed a contract with Chelsea that will keep him in Stamford Bridge until 2030. He previously captained Arts under 18 side to victory in the Scottish FA Youth Cup final. The defender has also made 28 appearances for Arts B in the Lowland Football League. He represents Scotland several times at youth level, and he has also captained his country during the qualifying round of the UEFA European Under-19 Championship. Yes, moving away from that, moving on, where we've got these on Arsenal, as Arsenal CEO Richard Garlick has admitted that the club is open to selling Miles Lewis Kelly and Ethan Nwaneri. In an interview with Newsman, Garlick insisted that the club was not actively seeking to offload the players, but would consider it if the right opportunity came in. At just 19, but Lewis Kelly and Nwaneri have made significant number of appearances for Arsenal first team. But players are homegrown, meaning any potential departure will represent pure profit for the Gunners, and it will also help them balance the books. Yes, this statement by Arsenal CEO Richard Garlick says, and I quote, "I can't stop other clubs from being interested in them. We are not actively looking for sellers, those homegrown players, but if the right opportunity came up right from them and the club, we would obviously consider it." As those were statements made by Arsenal CEO Richard Garlick as regards the sale of Lewis Kelly and Nwaneri this summer. Yes, you're still on to Sports Diaries at Power 102.7 FM. Yes, quickly, let us take the fixtures that will be happening live today. And of course, we all know that the Premier League is back, and it is beginning with a match that is going to be happening live today. That is the 21st of August, as Arsenal versus Coventry City will happen live by 8 p.m. today. Yes, sir. I will quickly open the phone lines and ask you, do you think Arsenal can undo the pressure of defending the title? And for the match between Arsenal versus Coventry City that will be happening live today, who do you think is going on with the win? Arsenal or Coventry City? Or what do you think the scores are going to be? The number to call is 0816-552-4699. 0816-552-4699. What do you think is going on with the win? As the English Premier League is going to be starting live today, and it's going to be starting between Arsenal versus Coventry City. That match will be kicking off by 8 p.m. today. What do you think is going on with the win? Spanish La Liga is going to be happening live today too, as Real Betis versus Real Sociedad will kick off by 8 p.m. today. Yes, the phone lines are still open as the match between Arsenal versus Coventry City is going to be happening live today. You can call in to make your contributions as regards that match. What do you think is going on with the win? Is it Arsenal or is it Coventry City? And do you think Arsenal can defend their title today, or will they be beaten by Coventry City? Yes, the number to call is 0816-552-4699. 0816-552-4699. We can also have your score predictions as regards that match that is going to be happening live today. Yes, moving back to the EPL, where we've got this one from our Arsenal star Theo Walcott, as he has named Liverpool as the team to challenge Arsenal from the Premier League title this season. Providing this prediction, Walcott said that Liverpool have an excellent manager, Anthony Raola. He noted that Raola could get both Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz up and running in the new season. And let's not forget that Arsenal won the Premier League last season while Liverpool finished in 5th place. Yes, and with that, I have come to a wrap on today's edition of Sports Diaries. Many thanks to those who made today's program possible. Many thanks to those who are here with me in the studios this morning. Yes, do not forget to join us live tomorrow, because we'll be taking a look at